What is up, everyone? It is Rachel. Welcome back to my channel. And so today is a super exciting video because today we are going to be doing an updated What's on My iPhone. And so I believe I have two other What's on My iPhone videos, 2020 and then a 2021 version. So I have the iPhone 11 in the purple color. My most popular video on my channel is actually unboxing the iPhone 11 back in 2020 when I upgraded from the iPhone 6S to the 11 here. So I definitely think I have a lot of changes from my previous What's on My iPhone videos, so I'm excited to share this one with you all. So this is the first page on my iPhone homepage. I have the same like sunset purple water background as my lock screen and for these home pages. I don't know, I had to go with the purple theme, right? So like purple iPhone. I also got a purple AirPods case. It'll be a purple themed iPhone. So with the iOS 14 update, I actually added some widgets which are new from my last What's on My iPhone video. So on this home screen, you can see I have the calendar widget at the top, and then I have the Apple Watch widget on this page as well. For the calendar, you can see January 22nd, which when this video goes up, it'll be the 23rd. So usually I don't like to film and edit the video for the next day, but I would want to be like a week in advance, so I'm a little bit behind. This is calling me out right now since you can see the date on here. But I really like having the calendar widget because you can see the date as well as a visualization for the month, so I can quickly just look and be like, okay, what dates are the weekends when trying to like plan things or schedule meetings, which makes it super handy dandy. And then I also like the Apple Watch widget here so I can keep track, make sure I am going to close all of my rings. Some days I'm really good at meeting the 3 goals for like the calories, the exercise, and the stand hours, but other days I'm just really bad. So having this reminder on my phone rather than just on my watch having to look at it is a good way to see, okay, how much more until I can close that ring so I can get the Apple Watch awards. Yay! And then with the iOS 14 update, you could add new like icons for your apps. So for example, you could change Instagram to not have the regular Instagram icon, but then you create a shortcut and you can upload your own photo for the Instagram icon. For me personally, I didn't do any of that for any of my apps, so these are all just the regular what has come with the iPhone apps, because if you do create those shortcuts, it sort of creates a lag where when you click on the shortcut app that looks all cute and aesthetic, it will go to shortcuts first and then it will pop up and then go to like Instagram. So it is a little bit slower there. So I don't know, I just didn't feel the need to go and create shortcuts to make the phone more like aesthetic to create my own icons. And from my other What's on My iPhone videos, then you know, like I would literally leave the first page the same every single time because I didn't like deleting the apps that came with the iPhone. So I strayed away from that a little bit here, where I did remove some of the apps that come with your iPhone that come on the first page here, but I'll talk about it at the end. Now there's an app library on your phone, so I didn't delete them off of my phone. They're just in the app library where they aren't physically on one of your home screens. So here on my first page, these are the apps that I use a lot. So I have FaceTime, Calendar, Mail, Clock, Maps, Weather, Photos, Camera, Notes, the App Store, Wallet, and Settings. I feel like I use these fairly often, so I wanted them super accessible rather than sticking them all in the app library and having to search them every time. But it's just easy to pull up the calendar or the weather and then see what's up rather than searching for it. All of those 70 phone calls, those are all like spam calls. I don't know, they just keep getting those like automated car warranty calls. And then for the music one, I don't really listen to music through this app, but I usually use Spotify, so I could change that out. But like I said, with keeping the iPhone like how it came, these were the 4 things that the iPhone came with on that bar, so I just left it. Going into the second page now, I have some more widgets here. If you wanted, I could do like a widget iOS 14 tutorial, but I feel like there are already a lot of those videos online, so let me know. And so here I added 3 more small widgets. I have a photo from my college graduation at the top, a photo of Mr. Bister in the middle, and then a photo of us at Lake Tahoe on the bottom. Just 3 photos, no real rhyme or reason. I like the graduation photo. If you saw my recent pet presents video, then you'd know that Mr. Bister has sadly passed. So I just wanted this photo of him on there so I could look at him. And then the Tahoe photo, the sunset in that photo sort of matched the beach sunset background. So I was like, okay, the other photos don't really go with the purple aesthetic, but that one sort of does. So the 8 apps that aren't in the folders, I feel like I use these apps a lot, and they're like the social media apps. So I have Instagram, Gmail, YouTube Studio, the YouTube app, and then Reddit, Goodreads, TikTok, and Spotify. I feel like I use these apps a lot, so I didn't want them in a folder like at the top square that I would have to like double click to get into the app, but now it's just super easy. 1 click, I can get into any of these apps. And then the 4 folders at the top, these are apps that I like use sometimes, but definitely a lot less than the social media apps at the bottom, but I use them more than the other apps that I just removed from my home page and stuck them into the app library. So if we go into the first one, utilities, contacts, calculator, voice memos, find my iPhone, Apple Watch, and then the fitness Apple Watch app to monitor your rings. And then going into travel, this has Venmo, Uber, Lyft, Snack Pass, Yelp, the DC Metro app, Bank of America, and Starbucks. So like these things you aren't necessarily using a ton every single day, so having them in the folder works. You can do that double click. And then going into the social folder, I have Facebook Messenger, Slack, GroupMe, Twitch, LinkedIn, and then the Facebook app. I don't really use these too much. So like talking with friends on Facebook Messenger or like study hall, we use Slack to communicate. So those apps are like work related communication. And then finally, this school folder, we have Google Docs, Google Sheets, Duo Mobile for that 2-factor authentication, Google Photos, Google Calendar, Google Drive, Lifesize, and Zoom. Lifesize is like the meeting software we use at work. So sometimes, you know, if your computer is acting up, you have to hop on a meeting, then I have Lifesize on my phone so I'm not late for a meeting if my computer is acting wonky. So Lifesize is basically like Zoom, but a different software. And then all of the Google apps, Docs, Sheets, Drive to access any kinds of like documents that I need. I guess like it's personal, it's not like work documents, it's more like my personal documents as well as study hall documents. So that's an easy way to look at things and access without a computer. So those are the apps on this second page here. These are the apps that I use a lot, or if they're in the folder, you know, in the middle, sort of a lot, sort of not. And then if you swipe right again, you get into the app library. So this is where all of those apps, if you didn't want to delete them off of your phone, but if you don't use them often, then you can just stick them in the app library so that they aren't like clogging up your phone if you wanted to get rid of some apps and make your phone look more aesthetic. So like right now I only have this first page and the second page. I used to have like 3 pages of apps here, but now I've consolidated it because I stuck a lot of things in the app library. So for example, like you can see Netflix is something that I didn't have on my iPhone that I just talked about, but I still have it on my iPhone, if that makes sense. It's just not on one of my home pages. So that's something like I don't really watch Netflix on my phone anymore, but I didn't want to delete the app. Or like other things, so like the widget app to create widgets, Widgetsmith. You know, you're not going to be on there every single day to create new widgets for your phone, so I just removed it and stuck it into the app library. And so to do that, say for like Reddit here, if you just hold down and you get those like wiggly things, then if you just say remove from home screen at the second option there, it will go into your app library. So rather than saying the red option, delete the app, that removes it from your phone altogether. But if it's something you use less often, then you can just say the remove from home screen and then it will go into your app library. So that's a good way to clean out your phone if you have a lot of like random apps. And then similarly, that's what I did for a lot of the like random iPhone apps that come with the iPhone. So like GarageBand is still on my phone. I didn't want to delete it. I'm like, what if I need it? So I just stuck it in the app library because I've never used it, but maybe one day. So that is an updated what's on my iPhone 11 for 2022. Definitely a lot of changes from my other versions of the what's on my iPhone. So hopefully you all enjoyed this video. If you have any questions, definitely let me know in the comments down below. If you like this video, give it a big thumbs up to help me out with the YouTube algorithm, and subscribe to my channel if you want to see more videos from me. Thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you all next time.